How should Christians not fight the culture war? My name is Joel Settecase, and I am the president of the Think Institute, a Christian teaching and outreach organization aimed at helping you, the Christian man, to explain, share, and defend your Christian faith, and to lead the younger generation in the Christian worldview. In his book, The Benedict Option, Rod Dreher says, quote, "Today the culture war as we know it is over. The so-called values voters, social and religious conservatives, have been defeated and are being swept to the political margins," end quote. Today, Christianity seems to be just as mocked and maligned as ever. If the culture war is over, somebody forgot to tell the other side. It's easy to see, and often we will see, Christians who take a stand for Christ getting shouted down, not just by the other side, but by Christians themselves. They will say that it's not winsome, and we shouldn't make such a big deal about artistic expression, or that fighting back might, quote, ruin our witness, end quote. For a striking example of this, just see the brouhaha that erupted over the moral travesty in Paris during the Olympics opening ceremonies. So with all respect to Rod Dreher, the culture war doesn't really seem to be over. So how should we engage in the culture war, or better yet, how should we not engage in the culture war? Well, we should not be turning against each other. For this lesson, we're going to turn to Judges 21:25. In context, the Philistines were oppressing Israel, taking away their rights, blaspheming their God. They had actually taken Samson's wife and given her to another man, and so Samson, in retaliation, burned their crops. Then the Philistines actually murdered Samson's wife and father-in-law. So it says that Samson tore them limb from limb. The Philistines then retaliated again, attacking the Israelite city of Lehi, just west of Jerusalem. And at this point, the Israelites mustered together 3,000 of their men to attack Samson. Here's what it says, starting in verse 11. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the cave at the rock of Edom, and they asked Samson, "Don't you realize that the Philistines rule us? What have you done to us?" You can almost hear them saying, "Romans 13, bro." Samson replies, quote, "I have done to them what they did to me." He answered. They said to him, "We come to tie you up and hand you over to the Philistines." Then Samson told them, "Swear to me that you yourselves won't kill me." No, they said, "We won't kill you, but we will tie you up securely and hand you over to them." So they tied him up with 2 new ropes and led him away from the rock, end quote. So these 3,000 Israelites are acting as basically wannabe Judas Iscariots, handing their deliverer over to the very enemy he's supposed to be defeating. This is the exact opposite of what they should have been doing. Samson was a flawed man, to be sure, but he was their judge and deliverer. He had been raised up by the Lord to deliver them, and they responded with friendly fire. The Israelites should have joined Samson, or at least let Samson do his own thing. In the same way, perhaps today's timid, nuanced bro Christians should take a page from the Israelites and learn what not to do. Nothing is worse than friendly fire when you're at war. Timid Christians should heed Paul's admonition in 1 Corinthians 16:13, which says, quote, "Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong," end quote. Look, if you see Christians engaging in debates over biblical issues, moral issues, or defending the honor of Jesus Christ, online or in person, don't turn on your brothers. Fight alongside them, join the fight, and defend the faith, or get out of the way. Well, I hope you found this helpful. If you want to take your learning further, go to thethink.institute/society to learn about the Hammer and Anvil Society, our semi-secretive learning fellowship for Christian men. And until next time, I hope it made you think.